giving you an opportunity to get the full story from the people who tell it best. This is Mediacom Newsleaders.
Hi, I'm James Mazur with Newsleaders, and welcome to our studio. Welcome to another member of the community for you to meet. She's been on the show before. It's been about a year or so, but this is Lois Long. Welcome back, Lois Long.
Thank you.
Good to have you here. Your title, we call you Advocate for Caregivers of Persons with Dementia.
Right.
Yeah, so you've had a lot of experience in this over the years. When you were with Elder Care way back in the day, you were starting to experience this then, weren't you?
Yeah, 30 years ago, we started the adult daycare program that was called Elder Care at the university, and it became known as Adult Day Connection. But for 31 years, caregivers brought someone, usually with dementia. About 80% of the people had dementia, and they came for the day. And there was a nurse to give medication, there were snacks and lunch and activities that were meaningful to the people who came each day. And indeed, they had to agree to come. They were participants. They didn't live there. They weren't residents. And so since May, the program closed, and it's a sad loss, I think, for our community.
But your focus is caregivers.
Correct.
Primarily. And why is that so important to you?
Well, having a father who had Alzheimer's and working for the 17 years that I was at Elder Care before I retired with the caregivers, we face a lot of difficult decisions when someone's mental ability changes and they cannot make safe decisions for themselves. And it adds stress even when the person becomes unable to stay at home and they are admitted to a care facility, sometimes called a memory care unit. That means that the caregiver is no longer instrumental in the day-to-day caregiving, but must relate through the staff at a care facility. And in these days, we are seeing so many situations in healthcare facilities where there's a lockdown when perhaps a staff member doesn't know but brings COVID to the facility, and then some of the residents get it. And most of them, are frail anyway, or they wouldn't be there. So the response of the staff are the connection that those patients in a care facility have with being cared for. And I think one of the things that's important to me today is to make sure that folks understand that we need to appreciate the stress that those staff people are under when every day they go to work, they leave their families and they go in to care for people who are unable to care for themselves. And there's various levels in nursing homes, but as I said, a memory care unit means that the folks in that particular unit really need a lot of help, and they need to be reoriented. They need to be assisted with eating and bathing and all the personal care. And so the staff that do that every day and try to convince them to do what needs to be done, even eating, that takes a lot of patience. And so what I would really recommend is that folks thank the caregivers that are in facilities.
I like that.
And
thank them.
And recently took a friend, a caregiver, to the emergency room one evening back in July. And I called the next day and I said I want to thank the staff at the emergency room at the medical center for the care that they gave. I felt perfectly safe sitting in the corner in the middle of July. And my friend was taken care of and listened to, and those people never know when somebody that comes in to the ER may have COVID. The EMTs don't know when they pick up somebody in an ambulance if they may have COVID. Firefighters, law enforcement in particular, I think we need to thank those individuals that are spending that time taking care of everyone.
That could mean so much. That could make so much difference in one person's day.
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot we can do anymore right now, but being thankful and telling them, that's a great idea.
Yeah, and as we look between Thanksgiving and Christmas, I like to say, well, there's the being thankful, but also the gift of life is what we have. And we don't know what the day will bring, but being grateful for what we have and knowing that the greatest gift is our life and being able to appreciate what's here in this life that we have.
Well said. Only you could say this. Lois Long, if people want more information, I see you've got 800-272-3900. That's Alzheimer's Association.
And that is a helpline for caregivers to call if they don't know, things are just sort of crazy and they need help.
Okay, or alz.org for more information on that.
And that's online information with education and everything. Thank you, James.
Thank you. And come back and see me in 2021, okay?
Thank you.